Hey, welcome back to LoveBabz, Love Talk, the second hour. Thank you for tuning in and hanging out with me on this fine Friday. I don't know what y'all into this weekend, but I got a few things cooking. So we'll see what we can get through. We'll see what makes the cut. I got a fencing class at 4:50 this afternoon. I've got a gym at noon. Yeah, so I feel like going pretty good. Tomorrow is it's a jam-packed day, starting at 9 o'clock in the morning, and then I have to squeeze in a meeting at 9:30 in between the festivities. Ah. And do you know tomorrow is Rebecca Lee Crumpler? She was the first Black woman doctor in America, and my goal was to have some kind of celebratory thing, and I couldn't pull it off. But I have her book. What is this? It's a really nice cat. I have her book that uh Iffy gave me. Who is that? What? Oh, you scared me. I saw Margot look at it. I was like, what is going on? Is this some kind of interruption? So anyway, tomorrow's the anniversary of that, and I wanted to celebrate her, and I could not I could not get it together. I believe it's her birthday. And The Forgotten Life of Dr. Rebecca Lee Crumpler, America's first Black female doctor. And we all should know the name of Dr. Rebecca Lee Crumpler, but you probably don't know, or at least you don't yet. Finding Rebecca examines the surprising disappearance of America's first Black female doctor from records and memory. But with this book, author Shawnee King pieces together a dramatic picture of the life she led, her hardships, and her many accomplishments. Discover more about this trailblazing first and help ensure that she is lost no longer. So so I've got to figure out a way to do something in her honor. And I've had this book since the summer, and Iffy and I were going to do something maybe at our possible futures. So maybe we can still pull this off in Women's History Month. Maybe that's what we do. It's a wonderful book. She had brought it to me to contribute it to the little library, but I said, well, no, let me keep it and read it. And uh, I just thought this was such a wonderful book and a wonderful story. And the author is right. Uh, uh, we history can be lost easily. We've seen it time and time and time and time again. She's America's first Black female doctor. And I think maybe I'll try to figure out how to do a show on this or something. But I just wanted to raise it because her birthday is Saturday. I believe it's Saturday. So anyway, she was born in 1831 and she died in 1895. And I want to go see her headstone. There's so many people who I would like to go see. Anyway, this is pretty amazing stuff. So I'm gonna try to figure out a way to at least shed some light on her story uh in Women's History Month. As I'm raising it now in Black History Month. So it's a lovely book, you know. Tilbury House Publishers and Finding Rebecca. So this is a good book to have on your shelves, good people. And I've got a lot of sister doctor friends, so um this would be interesting for them to have too. So we'll see what's happening. We'll see what's happening. Uh, I'll do my best to look it up. I'm over at the independent site. I see Lee Brennan. Hey, Lee Brennan, up there on they've collected LCI, the Livable City Initiative, has collected what, $27,000. What is that in fees? Landlords who have missed inspections failed to register with the city's rental business licensing program or not acted quickly enough to correct blight or housing code violations at their properties. Well, there's a lot of damn houses out there. Let me tell you, because I've looked at some of them lately. Woo! The stuff that is out there. God help us. It's, it's a it's a shame. It is a real shame. So let me run over to the inner city and see um what we got going on. I need a new battery. Okay. Okay. 10 things about Gladys West. A ceremony to honor at the Pentagon in Washington, D.C. Okay, John, thank you. So let me. Eden is still playing at the Yale Rep. If you've not seen it, go see it. Uh, let's see what else is going on. Yeah, so more Eden stuff. Black history is still going on. There's lots of good Black history stuff. Um, I don't know what to make of this. Should the Whaley jail leave Whaley Avenue? I don't know. I don't know. It's not. I don't know what to think about that. I think I remember when we moved the firing range from Beaver Hill, or it sort of sat between Beaver Hill and the Dixwell, Newhallville area by the park. That was a pain in the butt. So, uh, there's some stuff going on in Stratford. So we ran that stuff because all kinds of people see uh all kinds of people read this paper, pick up the paper. Um and then there's the piece on the Reverend Barber and that whole conversation. And then the Light of Truth stuff that's still happening, still up at the New Haven Museum, and is about to leave and go. I think it's going to the Schwartzman. I think it's going to be held up over there. Uh, yeah, so we got some stuff going on. There's the piece on the state of the city. So if you weren't privy, wasn't able to watch it on live stream. I don't know if it was live stream, but I'm pretty sure it was. Um, uh, and if you can't log into the Independent, well, we ran it. So yeah, so there's opportunity uh for you to get more information. So the paper looks good. We got some good stuff in it. We got the whole piece of Trump's first week in office, marked by racist actions, rollback of worker protections. Um, then we got a piece on Black History Month and its origins. And then we got HBCUs in jeopardy of losing money. We got the symphony piece that's happening on the 9th. Uh, we've got Black History Month, Proclaim It, which I really like that piece. And, the Tuskegee Airmen, uh, and that whole piece when they tried to take them out. and we put them back. The DEI stuff. We will not be erased, and we got a lot of good pieces in there. And then Albertus Magnus is having a Black Faith, Prayer, Progress, and Prospects, celebrating 60 years of civil rights, the Civil Rights Act of 1960, 64. So, moderated by Reverend Kevin Hardy. So they gotta have a bunch of folks. February 19th, Reverend Harold Brooks, Dr. Reverend Jerry Streets, Reverend Bonita Grubbs, Reverend Linda Watkins. Okay, so it's 5:30. That's Wednesday. Okay, be interesting. And Xfinity is still committed to Black history. we get blackity blacker for Black History Month. So so yeah, I mean there's some good stuff. Some good stuff if you take the time to read. Some of this print is a little fine from my computer. But when you have the actual paper, it's like fine. But from my computer, it's a little tight, a little tight. Southern Connecticut University celebrates Black History Month. I see you. I see you in the paper. I see it. The Jorgensen Center has some stuff going on. They've got a couple of shows. They got their whole calendar in there. So if you like the Jorgensen, run up. Um, Park New Haven has a piece in, an ad anyway. The time is always right to do what is right. You ain't said nothing, Dr. Martin Luther King. So, and then there's a piece up about the cost of health insurance in Connecticut could skyrocket if Congress does not act. And this is James Michelle who runs Access Health. He's been on the show a couple of times, talking about Access Health and how to access the exchange. So, uh, yeah. So yeah, 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 yeah. Good stuff. Good stuff. Good stuff. Good stuff. There's a wonderful piece on Shonda Holloway in the paper. She had a opening talk and reception for her exhibition over at Miller Library in Westville, and I went. That was wonderful. Um, so there's a lot of good stuff. And then we ran the piece with uh Adrian Jefferson leaving. She's making her way down to Atlanta to work in that mayor's office. So, Atlanta is the Mecca. The only reason why I don't want to live in Atlanta because it doesn't have a body of water. And please miss me with Lake Lanier. That does not count. That does not count. But if Atlanta was like, oh, I don't know, Savannah or Charleston, I might have to make a move. That would be that would be worth my time. That really would be worth my time. People were ranting about eggs. And Stephen King moved down south. He said it, he announced it the other day. The musician and actor, who just got married and just had a new baby. Yeah. I'm like, okay, all right. South. And then, and then all the conversation around the Super Bowl foolishness. I'm only watching the halftime show. Everything else is, you know, not of interest to me. It really isn't of interest to me. Uh, so yeah, that's it. I'm a little hungry, and I don't know who's sending me messages. I'm on air. Oh, Ani. Hey, Ani. No, I probably should. I know she's Ani, I have to get myself together. But no, I probably should sit and figure out how she could be of help to me. Because when people offer you your help, you can't just be like, you can't be so disorganized in your own self that you lose sight of when help is given to you. So it's not her, it's me. Ah, it's me. It is nobody's fault. It's my own fault. It's my own undoing. I am my own undoing. That's because, I just be in so many spaces. I don't even think about it, you know. And I guess everybody's getting ready for this next round of snow. And then next week we got a bunch of rounds of snow, like a bunch. I was like, all right. Okay, Februarying. Okay. You're like Wednesday, Thursday, next Saturday, next Sunday is gonna be rain. Although my little forecast is not showing snow tomorrow night. So I don't know. Maybe it's shifted. Yeah, maybe it has shifted. I don't know. I'll catch the news at 12 before I go to the gym. I think that's what I'll have to do. To go to the gym and then try to get myself together a little bit better than what I've been doing. And I need to drop off Catalina's cupcake stand. I probably should try to do that today so she don't think I'm stealing her damn. I'm gonna bring them to her today when I come back into town. Because I know she's like, girl, can you bring me my stuff? I'm gonna come by there later, drop them off. And so she don't have to be. I know she's not concerned. I'm concerned. It's still quiet on the law school front. No news is good news, I guess. I've not heard anything. Because if I heard anything, I would have told you. I did get diagnosed though with an autoimmune disease that is uh, a type of alopecia. And I got this a new dermatologist sister, young sister. I like her very much. And I can tell you what kind of alopecia it is. Anyway, they gave me a mountain of drugs to take. And you have to stay on top of them. You have to. You have to, you can't mix things. You have to, this one has to be taken, and then you can't take anything for another 2 hours with something else. And I was like, oh my God, thank God I have all my faculties about me. 'Cause this would be a real mess. Do you know what I mean? Be a real mess. Be a real mess. So anyway, I'm trying to find my little, I'm getting warm. It's coming. So many challenging things. I will tell you this. This Trump regime, boy, they keep punching. They but America ain't on the ropes. So let's be clear. We not on the ropes. So not yet anyway. But they keep punching. And it's the most, and as I said 4 years ago, there's no floor with these people. So they are outrageous and wild. And they'll just say stuff. And they don't care about apologizing. They don't care if it's a lie. They just don't care. They're monsters. These are honest to God walking on earth monsters. That's the only thing I can say. I have friends who are researchers, and they are they are just like beside themselves. And I don't blame them. This is unconscionable. And then I had no idea 60,000 federal employees took this buyout. Like, this is akin to a handshake deal. I wouldn't trust anything. And people are seeing it as some kind of, oh, windfall for them. They're gonna pay us for, I'll quit. They're gonna pay us for 8 months. I I I I I don't know how they trust anything that comes out, because you run the risk of being fired. And you've paid into unemployment. What? You know? People got to do what's in their best interest, I guess. I just I and I'm listening to all the HR people who are like, don't do it. HR people, like, don't take that deal. 60,000 employees have already said yes to it. 60,000. I don't know. These people, let me tell you what's going to happen. Because people are stupid. They really are stupid. You think smaller government is going to be a plus for you? You can't get nobody on the phone now. You think when you call about your benefits, when you call about this, and that, and the other thing, you call about your passport, you can't get nobody for months and months and months. Okay. All right. If there's a glitch in the system, y'all, people are just out of their minds. They just buying. He's a liar, and he's been lying. I guess that doesn't matter anymore. Do you know what I mean? Like, I think people think, well, if he's saying it, it can't be not true. If he's saying it, it can't not be true. And you're just like, it's just the level of disbelief. I think for me, it's not that I, it's not that I didn't know. I think the level of disbelief, I can't suspend it. And every time I hear something or he says something or does something, I'm like, whoa, that's an all-time, that's an all-time low. Anyway, so I've got early uh cicatricial cicatricial alopecia, most consistent, with centrifugal cicatricial alopecia, CCCA. And it's a noticeable hair thinning or breakage primarily on the crown of the scalp, often with a patchy appearance, and may be accompanied by scalp tenderness or discomfort. This is because CCA begins in the central scalp area and progresses outwards in a centrifugal, you know, I need to read more. I don't know why I couldn't say centrifugal. I had like centrifugal. No, centrifugal. That's me, people. It's me. It typically begins in the central scalp area and progresses outwards in a centrifugal pattern, with hair breakage sometimes being the first noticeable sign in the early stages. So the location, key points about CCCA. Hair loss starts on the vertex, the top of the head, which mine does, as a pattern. Thinning may appear as a patch that gradually expands outward. Yep. Symptoms: scalp tenderness, itching, burning sensation. Yep. Hair breakage can be prominent early sign, even before visible bald patches. So my dermatologist said she's never seen an early case of this as early as mine is. CCCA is more prevalent in women of African descent. Diagnosis: a dermatologist is necessary to confirm the diagnosis based on clinical presentation and scalp. I had a scalp biopsy. Mhm. And then early intervention. Prompt treatment in early stages can potentially slow down disease progression and minimize hair loss. So I get whatever. Uh, so I got it. So I'm starting treatment. So maybe it'll stop it from. I mean, I don't, for me, if it spreads and they can't control this thing, I have no problems with shaving my head. I mean, I already had my head shaved. So I'm on drugs. You may be able to reverse or grow some hair if you treat it early. So before the hair follicles develop scars. So I have the very early stages, so I don't have anything it's not scarring yet. Well, the scar is very minimal. And it might be because I have a vitamin D deficiency, which I'm taking vitamin D for. Ugh, you know. So I'm on a bunch of uh drugs. I can't take metformin. So that's one of the things. I take they got me on doxycycline twice a day for about uh 6 months. Oof. I was like, okay. So I need to eat fresh vegetables, soy, and protein, which I knew that anyway. So uh yeah, so that's what I'm dealing with. That is my current situation. And I haven't had a hot comb or hair straighteners, but they were like she said, even though you don't have any, you don't use those products anymore, you did use them, and you know, that is from using those products, relaxers, hot combs, curling irons, all that kind of stuff, braids, weaves, ponytails, hair extensions. Yeah. Uh, yep. So I got a steroidal cream for the head. They got me some drugs. We'll see what happens. we'll see what happens. I'll keep you posted. So if you see me with wigs, no, I was like, okay, what is happening? So that's just what it is. Caps, wigs, hats, all the things, which I was already doing. So it's not like it's not like it's a big deal. So I just wanted to keep you updated on that. That's the latest health thing. That's the latest health thing. So we'll see how this weather breaks out for the weekend because there's a lot of stuff going on this weekend that I don't want to miss. Happy birthday to my brother Mike. I got to go lift weights today. It's Friday, and I got fencing class this afternoon. Tomorrow, I'm catching up with my soul stitch sisters for a Valentine's Day brunch kind of thing. And then I got a board meeting thing that's in between there some kind of way. I've got a CLP podcast taping tomorrow. And then tomorrow night I'm supposed to go see Julia Bullock at the Schwartzman Center. She is performing tomorrow, and my goal is to go see her. And I'm delighted to see her. And then Saturday, now that's Saturday. And then Sunday is happy birthday, Nico Okoro. And there's a show love pop-up at Lotta Studio. And then National Pizza Day with the Broken Umbrella folks Saturday from 12 to 3. And then the symphony from 3 to 5 or whatever. So we'll all be home in time for the Super Bowl. But depends on what this storm does tomorrow night. If it shuts down stuff, it's a pain. So anyway, I'm on my way out. Have a good weekend. Get to the store, get them eggs. Be safe out here. I will see y'all bright and shiny on Monday. Have a good weekend. Be safe, Harry. Get your generator right. Hi, this is Babz Rawls-Ivy from New Haven, Connecticut, and you're listening to WNHHLP 103.5 FM, streaming live at newhavenindependent.org. Make you stay out all night long.